Welcome to
The Sky Podcast.
Exclusive on Spotify.
Sige, ganito. Let's play a game. Diba there's a drinking game called Never Ever Have I Ever?
Never have I ever.
Oh,
yes.
sige. Para sa akin ang haba. But instead of doing that, let's say, the older I get,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So, you start off. The older I get,
The older I get, and then sasabihin mo ba kung nakaka-relate ka or hindi?
yeah, we can talk about it.
And then magsha-shot din ba tayo or mag-tea na lang tayo?
Tina lang kasi the older I
or
get.
melatonin na lang?
So, yun yung first, the older I get ko. The older I get, the more sensitive ako to hangovers.
Akala ko ba ako yung mauna? Pero sige, share
yun
tayo.
yun.
Share tayo kasi same lang. Yeah. We were talking about this nga, that when we were younger, we could party all day.
Yes.
Like, kunyari, let's say it's a Labor Rakay or Sinulog, which is what was happening at our time. Kasi alam ko ngayon, wala na yun.
Wala na, in times of COVID.
Yeah. But I remember we would be partying for weeks on end, like every
Yes.
single day. Noon time pa lang, lasing na tayo, tapos recover, tapos gabi,
Yes.
inom ulit. And then the next day, do it all over again. And we survived.
If you're listening to this and you're mid-20s or early 20s, parang appreciate nyo yung kaya nyong malasing and then the next day, you go back to work. Kaya pa rin.
Yeah. Appreciate your liver and say thank you very much.
Oo. And I'm sure a lot of people na 30 years old and above, parang makaka-relate na. If you're drinking and you're drinking a lot, the next day would be the whole day recovery day.
Yeah, and we don't even just see it sa atin, but even batch younger than us. Ganun na rin.
Oh, so that's
They're always
why-
complaining about recovery these
Oh.
days.
And I feel like that's why pag umiinom tayo ngayon, it's all about, bili tayo ng magandang wine, bili tayo ng magandang whiskey kahit mahal ng konti.
Kasi one glass na lang.
Ina-appreciate mo na maliliit na yung iniinom mo.
Yeah, that's true.
Dati kaya mo pa, Jägermeister daw.
I
The
know.
craziest flavor. I don't know why sikat yan.
What do you mean is the craziest flavor?
It's like, why would you
It's like
drink
cough syrup.
cough syrup flavored drink?
It's so funny because we always start the night with like okay drinks, right? And then the drunker you get, you're like, ilabas na ang Jaeger, ilabas
Oo.
na ang
If you're not
patro,
drunk and
ang
you drink it,
tequila.
like parang, shit, what is this?
Yeah.
Ganyan.
It was nasty. But the reason why I liked Jaeger is because it was the only drink that wouldn't make me puke. Yeah. Is there a drink, I know this is off topic now, but is there a drink that, like, the moment you smell it pa lang, like, malasing ka na?
Tequila, ako parang kaya ko pa. Like ikaw, where you were very
can't.
drunk with tequila,
I can't.
and after that, like,
Never again.
never again.
Like, my body just knows. Parang mag-convulse siya every time I smell Jose Cuervo. Ganun na siya.
So, yung topic na to for today would be all about
Okay,
drinking.
pass. Next. Never have I ever. No, the older I get, the more I'm okay with having a small group of friends.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Parang, there's a small group of friends that you tend to be around with na comfortable ka.
Yeah.
Like, less na yung parang, dati when we go out, like, I sometimes go out knowing just one person. Then, I can make friends throughout the
Yeah.
night. Parang ganyan. Pero ngayon parang, can't be bothered. Parang ganyan.
No, I think when we're younger, there's more of a need to socialize and kind of prove yourself in the society na I'm somebody worth being part of this community.
Or
Ganyan.
parang, ano pa rin.
And like, you want to maintain all of these friendships, even if they're so, like, you have party friends, you have school friends, you have work friends, you have, ang dami mong different kinds of relationships, which is still valid until this day. But now, it's just, if these are the only people that reach out to me and I reach out to constantly, I'm okay with that because
Yes.
these friendships are more
mas
substantial.
malalim na.
Yeah.
Yes, mas malalim na.
Yeah.
I think it's back to the inuman thing. Because these are the friends that you can talk to kahit walang may inuman.
Yeah, you can be quiet with. You don't have to think about so much. You don't like. I feel like
Di
we
mo
talk about
kailangan
this with my
malasing.
friends a lot. Na there are just some friendships that are so easy. You don't feel like you need to prove yourself to them.
Yes.
To one up them. To have the same luxury car, luxury bag, luxury whatever as them. Parang there's no keeping up. Even if like no matter what you talk about, it's a safe space.
Like, there's a point in your life wherein the friends that you have in that certain point, yun na yung most likely magiging friends mo for a very long period of time in the future.
I do
May parang
think
turning point.
I do think so, but it still depends because when I look at my mom now, she has this core group of friends that she considers like one of her best friends, ganyan, but they don't really hang out. She hangs out more with her new friends, like her gym friends, stuff like that. And I see it with your mom too. Like she has a new group of like tourist friends or whatever.
Oh yeah, so
Like,
it
you have a
depends
core
on where
group,
you
but-
are in life, I would say. When I was partying, I had party friends.
Yeah.
Ngayon, wala na yung party friends, wala na yung party day, so wala na rin party friends.
Yes.
Parang ganyan, no?
Yeah. Or like, for example, with the blogger besties, we hung out every single day. But now that I'm in Cebu and I haven't gone to Manila in 3 years, I don't see them na. Sila naglalabasan na sila without me. So, life just happens. We're still friends, but you tend to kind of hang out with the people that are
Kasi mama ka na rin.
doing the same
ganyan.
things as you,
Oo.
more like that, yeah. The older I get, the more I want to fill my time with space and love. Which is so true.
Hindi naman, kasi younger ka pa rin. Gusto mo naman din yung space mo. Hindi mo lang ginagawa consciously.
No, the more I want to fill my space with love. So I don't need this negativity. I can just curate my space. You know what I mean? Like, I only want to be surrounded with things that uplift me.
Meron naman din ganyan.
Because when you're younger, gusto mo, lahat ng trends, sabay ka. Lahat ng chismis, part ka. Di ba? When you're younger, parang you have more energy to kind of be where everybody else is. But when you're older, you're like, example, I just want to play mahjong 24/7. Then you just do it. Parang there's no need to prove anything to anyone. Di ba? You're comfortable with yourself enough na you just okay doing, even if you're by yourself, it's okay.
The older I get, the more comfortable I am with my own skin. I think that's just part of life. Like, wherever you are in life right now, there's point in your life wherein medyo uneasy ka. Don't know where you're going. Para siyang glove na the older you get, the more like parang, ako
The
na talaga
more,
to. Yan,
the
parang
more
ganyan.
you get to know yourself truly.
Yes, and then the more you define what you want, what you don't want, what excites you.
And the more comfortable you are with that. You're at peace with yourself.
Yes.
Na, ganito lang talaga ako. That's
Mas
me.
alam mo na yung mga strengths mo, weaknesses, and you're
Yeah.
accepting of your weaknesses.
Yun. You accept yourself more, I feel, the older you get. Because I remember when I was younger, I think especially when you're at your teens, no, like high school, starting adolescence, that's when you really have all of these insecurities. I was thinking about it earlier when it comes to like Scotty, right? Like now he's his own person. He's so talkative. He talks to anyone. He speaks his mind. So I was just wondering, like, when does this end? Like what switch flicks in your brain na bigla ka maging mahiyain?
May filter ka na.
May filter ka na. And I noticed it in my nephew. It's when he started adolescence. Because he started school and like, parang there's this need to be cool, there's this need to fit in, and suddenly you're scared of what you say. You're conscious about your hair, you're conscious about your clothes, you're conscious about everything. You don't know who you are. You want to fit in, but you don't. And all of these things, you're being thrown into society, I think. And then you're trying to figure out who you are. But if you've been there for a while, like we have,
Parang tanda
I
natin.
know, right? I mean, the older you get nga talaga. Like, like your dad.
Yeah.
Your dad is surrounded by all of these successful businessmen. That's his barkada.
Like really successful.
Really, really,
businesses.
really
Yeah.
successful. And your dad is also successful in his own right. But every
Wala
day
siyang
he wears
pakialam.
the same clothes.
Yes.
He refuses to buy a luxury car. Like, wala lang. And then his happiness is plants, di ba? Coffee, ganun lang.
Yun. Naka-Rolex lahat ng mga barkada niya, but he's
No watch.
okay with no watch.
Nakachinelas lang. Yeah.
Which is part of, the older I get, the less important it is for me to fit in.
Yes, exactly. I think that was my point earlier. I agree with you there.
Na parang, dati, it's very important. Like, sabi mo, it's very important to be on trend. Very important to want other people to validate you.
Yes.
But the older you get, parang, some people, it might not completely go away. For us, like, sometimes, yeah, we still want validation from our peers, but less so. Parang ganyan.
Yeah, because I think it ties in the fact that you're more accepting of who you are. So you don't need that validation anymore. And I think that also has a lot to do with the people you surround yourself with. Like, For instance, we're very lucky because we uplift each other. Wow. I'm claiming it that I uplift you. But if you guys want to hear the full episode, you can.
Check us out on Spotify.
Spotify.
It's free, guys. It's free.
See you there.
SKYPODCAST.
SKYPODCAST.